Alright guys, I'm Dominic. As you know, this is the World Class Happiness channel, and on the channel we talk mainly about happiness, how to be happy, how to maintain happiness, how to become more happy, and we talk on all different subjects. We talk on martial arts from time to time because I'm a judo coach, MMA coach, so we talk on subjects like that, but a lot of the stuff that I teach is stuff that I'm learning all the time. And I wrote a book fairly recently on happiness, world-class happiness. And in the book, if you remember, there is a bit where I'm talking about state and changing your state. And I mention about myself going to the shop and I can't remember the shopping list. And there's a guy in the shop who says something kind of like makes a joke, and it makes me laugh and it changes my state. But obviously, as you can tell from the book, I'm terrible at remembering shopping lists, always have been, and my short-term memory has always been poor. Now, I've recently been reading this book called Limitless by a guy called Jim Quick. Some of you may have heard of him. He kind of lectures and write books on the brain, and he was a guy who really struggled learning growing up. He had some brain issues when he had a bump to the head, a couple of bumps to the head actually, and he worked out a way of learning. So it's all about learning how to learn, and he's got a really fantastic memory, and he's got all these tips and ideas on how to remember things like shopping lists. All right, now I thought that might be a good idea to share that with you. I'm really quite excited to share it with you because it's worked for me. I've used it already, it's worked for me. And I thought I'd share it with you because, one, knowing that you can train your brain makes you happy. Two, you know, it could help with, you know, if you're one of my martial art members, it'll help you remember theory for like gradings and stuff like that. It'll help all different types of you know, situations like remembering speeches, exams, all different things. So I thought I'd share it because that might help all of you, really. Okay, so I'm going to just test this now. Now, I was excited. I learnt this off a video last night by Jim Quick. Claire, my wife, was out at the time. She come back and I said, right, okay, just write down 20 items that you could put on a shopping list. And she just wrote down 20 random items. She read them out one after the other quite quickly, and every time she said one, it took me about 5 seconds. I went, yeah, 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 all right. And then I read it back to her pretty much straight away. 20 items. I can't normally remember 2 items or 3 items or 4 items, so 20 is like unheard of. And I did it, and then I did it backwards, and then I was able to say, you know, or she would say, oh, what's number 16? I'd tell her. And what was number 3? And I'd tell her. What was number 9? And I'd tell her. And it's all because of this technique. So I'm going to share it with you now. If you've heard of it, you'll know it works. And if you've never heard of it, then you can use it. It's really, really good. There's different ways you can do it. I'm just going to share a couple of ways that they suggested and that I've used. If I just, the list is here. It's underneath the Limitless book, all right? So I've just hidden it underneath the Limitless book there. It's hidden. I haven't even looked at the list since last night, so I'm going to see if I can remember it now, all right? And you can play this back to make sure that I'm correct. So, number 1, there's 20 on the list. So number 1, bread. Number 2, milk. Number 3, fruit. Number 4, eggs. Number 5, butter. Number 6, yogurt. Number 7, crisps. Number 8, chocolate. Number 9, beans. Number 10, cheese. Number 11, chicken. Number 12, cucumber. Number 13, olives. Number 14, feta cheese. Number 15, kefir milk. What was that up to? The next one, whatever that is celery. Next one, avocado. Next one, biscuits. Next one, pasta. Next one, so number 20 is tomatoes. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, so I'll quickly read the list out. You can go back to just check that I was correct. 1 bread, 2 milk, 3 fruit, 4 eggs, 5 butter, 6 yogurt, 7 crisps, 8 chocolate, 9 beans, 10 cheese, 11 chicken, 12 cucumber, 13 olives, 14 feta cheese, 15 kefir, 16 celery, 17 avocado, 18 biscuits, 19 pasta, 20 tomatoes. And I'm pretty certain I got that correct. And I only looked at that since last night, really. So that's pretty amazing, because I'm somebody who can't normally remember 3 things on a list. Okay, now I'm going to tell you how I did it. And this is, I only learnt this last night, so it's not even really something I've practiced. Okay, so Jim Quick suggested these different ways to remember things. So it could be, you know, it could be for a speech, it could be for an exam, it could be for a shopping list, whatever. But I use the shopping list because it's quite simple to do. What you've got to do is either use parts of your body to place the item in, or rooms in your house, or whatever you want to do, or both, or whatever. So whatever it works for you. Okay, so let's say rooms of your house, because we'll, you know, we'll can relate to that. So let's say, you know, I've got chicken in a bedroom. All right, so you got a chicken. You can imagine a chicken running around in a bedroom. Okay, you got a cucumber. That's in a cupboard somewhere. Olives, like I used olives. They were all placed down the stairs. Okay, and then things like, you know, when I got to celery, it was like that was in the bathroom, but we've got plants in the bathroom. Claire's got a plant on the windowsill, so, you know, I imagined like the celery being stuck in the plant pot. Okay, so it's just simple things like that. You can remember it however you want. Avocado, I put in Lucy's room because she likes avocado. Biscuits down the stairs. We've got lots of stairs. We live in a 3-story house, so we've got biscuits down the stairs, and like, you know, parts of the body you can just have, like it could be bread on your head, it could be when I had to remember fruit, I placed it on my nose because I was imagining a banana, so a banana on my nose, or whatever it might be. And you can do that with you could do that with lots of different things. It's just however you remember. And you know, if you just make a picture, you make a picture in your head, make it as funny and you know, something that you're going to remember. You know, like for example, when I got to butter, I had to put the butter on my chin, and I was trying to think, oh, how can I remember that? And just at that moment, my cat jumped on my lap, and I just imagined the cat licking the butter off my chin. So, you know, like you can place something on your head, and then, you know, what can you have on your eyes, or in your eyes? I had milk coming out of my eyes, like tears. You know, you can have whatever you like. You know, there was all sorts of different things that you could, ways that you can remember it, and whatever works for you, basically. So I wanted to share that because I thought it was really simple, and it clearly works because I'm somebody who's got a pretty poor short-term memory, and I could memorize that probably next week. All right, so that's in there now, and I don't think I'm going to forget that. So you might be able to use that in whatever way suits you in your life, and I wanted to share it, and I'm going to share it on my happiness group because that's made me happy, knowing that I can train my brain to do something I didn't think that it could do. It's made me happy, but also I'm going to share it on my martial arts judo groups, just because, again, you know, some of you might be able to use that for learning theory. I know some of you are, you know, training towards your black belt at the moment, and we're doing stuff on Zoom, and we're doing a lot of theory based stuff, so you might be able to use these techniques for that as well. So just thought I'd share it with a few of you, and hopefully it helps, and I'll see you on another video. If you like the video, just give it a thumbs up if you don't mind, and if you want to subscribe to the channel, that would also help out. All right, cheers guys.